Let's begin at the root. Corporate capture. The Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, the OECD, defines corporate capture as the process where private interests dominate public decision-making. That's not a slogan. That's their formal definition, published in their anti-corruption guidelines. So, what does that look like in practice? Let's start with the numbers. According to Open Secrets, in 2022 alone, corporations and industry groups spent over $4 billion lobbying Congress. That's not campaign donations, that's just lobbying. The pharmaceutical industry led the pack, spending more than any other sector. Now, lobbying itself is legal, but the effect is undeniable. When billions are spent to shape laws, the public interest gets drowned out. Take the fossil fuel sector. Influence Map, an independent research group, has documented how oil and gas companies spend hundreds of millions every year lobbying against climate regulations. At the same time, they run advertising campaigns branding themselves as leaders in sustainability. The contradiction is documented. Public messaging says one thing, private lobbying does the opposite. But capture didn't start yesterday. If you trace it back, you see the same pattern repeating across industries. In the early 20th century, the railroads and steel trusts dominated Congress. In the 1970s, the Powell Memo, written by future Supreme Court Justice Lewis Powell, explicitly called on corporations to organize politically to protect their interests. That memo became a blueprint for the modern lobbying industry. And the results are visible in every sector. In healthcare, the Kaiser Family Foundation has tracked how insurance and pharmaceutical lobbying blocked single-payer proposals, despite majority public support. In finance, the Congressional Research Service documented how, during the 2008 crisis, banks received massive bailouts while homeowners were left behind. This is why the term capture is accurate. It's not just influence. It's domination. And it's not limited to fossil fuels or medicine. Even the so-called green transition has been captured. The House Oversight Committee's 2025 report exposed how $20 billion from the Greenhouse Gas Reduction Fund was funneled to politically connected nonprofits, with evidence of waste and abuse. The Department of Energy's Inspector General confirmed that $5.8 billion in awards lacked internal controls, putting billions at risk of fraud. So whether it's oil lobbying to stall change or green nonprofits siphoning billions under the banner of justice, the pattern is the same. Corporate capture ensures that public money and public policy serve private interests. And here's the key point. This isn't a glitch in the system. It is the system. From the Powell Memo to modern lobbying databases, from fossil fuels to green scams, the evidence shows that capture is not an accident. It's the operating model. That's why we start here. Because if you don't understand capture, you can't understand the rest of the story, why electoral promises collapse, why the military-industrial complex thrives, why propaganda machines keep us distracted. Corporate capture is the foundation. Everything else is built on top of it.